Hello everybody. Hello chaps. Thank you for coming to see us at Balvenie Distillery today. I'm Charlie Metcalf, the Balvenie Distillery Ambassador. So the oldest cask that we have here at Balvenie is 1962. We can go all the way back to 62, but yeah, that is currently the oldest liquid we have. 100% American oak. So the Balvenie house style is very much built on white American oak. So I would say about 70% of our stock is matured in American oak, and that is really the best way to taste Balvenie. Sherry casks are wonderful, but they do slightly overpower our house style, hence why we prefer to do sherry cask finishes mostly. Yeah, so we've got a few things that we can do with them. We have obviously done tunned whiskies, which we've tasted today. So that's marrying other casks with casks that are under strength to bring the ABV back up. And you know, that's incorporating a cask that still has great flavors into something great as a whole, you know, so the whiskey can still be utilized. Or let's say we have two casks, one that's sitting at 45% and one at 39%, we'll marry the two together and do a two cask marriage of particularly old whiskey, which is still very, very desirable. I think for me, I do enjoy drinking whiskey around the sort of 25-ish range. Like it's still very fresh, still carrying a lot of flavor, but not been overpowered by the cask. And I do like whiskey around the 50% mark. For me now, that's a sort of what I think is a good drinking strength. Craziest cask finish in the warehouse. That's an interesting one. We have got some, obviously quite rare, we've got some Mizunara oak casks here. So these are Japanese oak casks, and that's something that, you know, you don't see a lot of these in Scotland. So there is a little bit of that on the site. Whether that's from Balvenie, Glenfiddich or Caninvie, I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, we do have a few of those here, and it'll be interesting to see how those progress. We've had samples of them, and they're very, very interesting. All friends. We're definitely all friends. So I think that I view the whiskey industry in Scotland as that we're all friends and we're all doing a variation of the exact same thing in our own way. You know, so there's examples of distilleries in Speyside that, I'll give you an example from us. So we had our friends down at Abonniert Distillery had a big problem with their boiler, and they were not able to distill until it was repaired, and they didn't have the staff that day capable of fixing it. So we actually sent a team of our staff from here down to Abonniert to go and help fix their boiler to get their distillery up and running again. And that's a completely separate company to us. You know, it's Chivas and it's not owned by William Grant's. But yeah, we thought it would be a nice thing to do to help them out and go and get their distillery up and running. So I don't like to see anyone bad mouthing the other distilleries. You know, we're all friends here. Lots. Lots, yeah. So lots of the international distilleries actually. I am quite a fan of Japanese whiskey. So I've been lucky enough to go to Japan to look at a number of the Japanese distilleries. And one that we have a good connection with is Chichibu. So Chichibu is a small, quite craft distillery in Japan. And we know the guys that run it, the guys and gals that run it quite well. And they've actually sent coopers over here to our distillery to learn some of the Scottish crafts in coopering, and they've gone back to Japan. And we've been to see them, they've been to see us, so we have a nice connection there. Yeah. And I think that they create really, really good whiskey. And it's still at a young age, but it's, you know, they've just sort of got 10, 11, 12-year-old stuff now. But I think it's very, very good whiskey.